As you may know, the Sims team recently released a new blog talking about how the Sims and their partners are expanding diversity and representation in gaming through teaming up with Dark and Lovely and Danielle Ebonix Udagaranya to help more players see themselves in games. And we're going to see this in April and July through 2 different drops. The first one being an extra 24 colors across 2 existing hairstyles that's going to drop in April. And the second one is a new locks hairstyle developed in collaboration with Dark and Lovely and Ebonix and available to players in July 2024. The Sims have also released a documentary called Dark and Lovely Presents Play in Color, featuring Dark and Lovely, the Sims team, and Ebonix. We're going to do a reaction video to this today. I am so excited to see exactly what this video entails. Dark and Lovely presents Play in Color.
73% of African Americans enjoy video games.
Alright, so they're opening up with some stats. This is good.
But representation for Black gamers has been lacking historically.
This is very, very true. Representation for Black gamers, other gamers, that aren't white and straight, huge lack of diversity and inclusion here. Nice to see that they are highlighting the statistic.
We spoke with Black players to find out what would make them feel more included in games. One key answer, hair. That's why Dark and Lovely is launching the Play in Color campaign.
Over the past 50 or so years, we've been a brand that's championed creativity and expression for women of color. We really stepped in when there was nothing there and created the products specifically made for women of color.
Oh, nice.
That's how
Okay.
our journey began.
This is going to be a huge deal, this whole collaboration.
So Kayla Smallwood is an assistant producer for The Sims 4. And as I mentioned in my video covering the blog that announced this documentary and the drops, Kayla started out as a mod creator for The Sims. So it's really cool to see that she's moved on to actually working for The Sims team.
With Dark and Lovely and The Sims. 2 great brands coming together to make change in the world. It's just so big.
Our Simmers and our player base are very diverse, and so is our team.
Let me just go back real quick.
So big.
Our Simmers
So this is Ana Huerta, who is the senior creative director for The Sims 4.
and our player base are very diverse, and so is our team. Diversity is not a feature, it's a pillar of the game.
Oh, I love that. Diversity is not a feature, it's a pillar. Strong words. Absolutely love it.
Dark and Lovely is one of those perspectives. Having that expertise and that nuance that we might not see, I think is what's gonna bring like a hairstyle or a color to life. That is where we get very specific, nuanced, authentic styles that someone can go and say, that is me. That is what I look like. I feel seen, and it's exactly how I would do it at home.
I think
Oh my god. Absolutely love it. I've mentioned several times in videos that diversity and inclusion is so important, and it's so cool to see these words being echoed back at me in this video, in this documentary. Seriously, seriously. And that's one of the things that I've mentioned, in content, we need the things that make us see ourselves. Hairstyles, clothing, activities. We need to go and we need to be able to say, hey, you know what? This is me. This is what I wear. This is what I look like. These are the things that I do. And it's awesome that I can put these things, that I have these things in a game that I love and play. And by I'm meaning, collective, like everyone.
our values very much align. Like, they want to drive creativity and expression. They want to create a safe space where people feel like they can express themselves and be creative and free. And that's exactly the same goal that we want to have, right? We started this a long time ago in real life. They started it in digital life, and now our words are merging together.
Okay, so that is seriously awesome. And I love that the Sims team has collaborated with Dark and Lovely for doing these hair colors, because Dark and Lovely are a company, a brand that's really good at hairstyles. They are at their hairstyle brand for people of color. It's seriously awesome that they're collaborating with them because Dark and Lovely know what different colors and textures and hair are going to look like. And yeah, absolutely love this. Love this. Let's continue watching.
Play in Color is a campaign that champions diversity and inclusion and spotlights the game changers who are redefining the rules in the gaming industry. Dark and Lovely
Nice.
is partnering with life simulation game The Sims 4 and gaming creator Ebonix to raise awareness on the lack of diversity in game, but also to create new tools for Black gamers to express themselves in virtual worlds.
The Sims is a life simulation game where players get to express and create stories of their life and of other people. On the Sims team, we want to make sure that we are telling all of their stories, that we're creating a safe space for people that normally have been othered in other products or parts of society. And so we are working on creating safe spaces for gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and disability. By doing that, our players can really, truly see themselves being seen.
I first started.
That is seriously awesome. Just pausing there, saying our players can really truly see themselves being seen. Seriously powerful words. And we have noticed loads of diversity and inclusion lately, especially lately in The Sims 4, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely here for it. It's so awesome. And so far, we've seen huge leaps in inclusion and diversity regarding gender, sexuality, cultures, skin tones. Absolutely love it. We've seen a bit of diversity and inclusiveness as far as body shapes and body markings and disabilities. I personally would love to see more gameplay and more working things for disabilities. Mentioned it in previous videos, but it's one of my wishes is to see more meaningful gameplay. More meaningful things behind glasses. So if, I wear glasses. Without my glasses, can't see much. All I see is very blurry colors and shapes. So I would love for my Sim self, I would love for that to be reflected in my Sim self. Maybe it's going into first person mode and being able to take off my Sim's glasses and seeing, sharpness and then blurriness, or having the diabetic patches actually have an effect, if they need to be replaced, then the Sims can start having problems with their blood sugar level and need to go to the hospital or, to the doctor in The Sims to get that patch replaced, and so on. I would love to see them take this to the next level. I really, really would. Anyway, let's continue.
By doing that, our players can really, truly see themselves being seen.
I first started creating in The Sims in.
All right, sorry to pause this again. This is Danielle Ebonix Urugaranya. Ebonix is the custom content mod creator that was mentioned before. She's the one who has helped them with these 2 drops. Anyway, let's continue.
2015. A lot of my focus in the beginning was just about what I wanted to see. But then when I started sharing the mods, I really recognized that there was a massive gap and that it wasn't just me who didn't feel seen in the game, it was the community.
Okay, going back real quick because there's a bit of flavor text down below. For those of you who don't know what a mod is, and there are loads of new players to The Sims 4 who don't know what a mod or custom content is. So a mod is the addition of player-made clothing or objects to the game. For example, new hair, new clothing, new furniture, etc. Mods are called custom content or CC, mostly for Create a Sim, so hairstyles, clothing, and furniture. And they're called mods if it's a script mod. Alright, so when you hear mod in Sims 4, most of the time people are talking about script mods that change how the game works, and if we talk about when we talk about CC or custom content, most of the time we're talking about build by, furniture, or CAS, which is hair and clothing or makeup. All right, let's move on.
That it wasn't just me who didn't feel seen in the game, it was the community.
I think Dark and Lovely wants to enter into the digital space because it's only natural as we progress with technology. Every day we spend more and more time in digital spaces, and we want to have the tools available to create ourselves that we see every day in our real life in those digital spaces as well.
Oh, that is seriously, seriously true. The Sims games were the first time that I could create myself in video games. Truly myself. And with The Sims 1, I wasn't able to really completely create myself. It was close, but not quite there. Sims 4, however, I can pretty much recreate myself as I see me. Unfortunately, with a lot of people, the diversity isn't quite there yet. For example, The Sims 4 is still missing Slavic culture and African, as in like proper Africa, not African American, but proper African cultures, as well as other cultures. And it would be lovely to see more of these.
I see myself in games? No, I didn't. Blackness wasn't really seen as the beauty standard. We weren't seen as beautiful. We weren't told that our hair is beautiful. We weren't told that your skin is beautiful. There was just so much negativity when it came to blackness growing up.
That is so true. And it's societal racism. Everyone is beautiful. I mean, look at Ebonix here. She is gorgeous. She has beautiful hair. I could go on. But yes, people, no matter your skin tone, no matter your hair, no matter what your body type is, no matter what your weight is, you are beautiful. And don't let society tell you otherwise.
Which is why I'm doing this. I don't want young people growing up to not see themselves in the game. I want, when you see the name Ebonix on a piece of custom content, it means that you're going to be able to see yourself in the game. Like, this is less about me and more about the future generations.
Oh, that is
of
so
not
awesome.
just Simmers, but gamers. Why should we have that anxiety when you load up a game and you can't see yourself? No, not if I have anything to do with it.
I love that. That is seriously awesome.
Culture doesn't move forward without people like her, right? She came into a space and saw there was an opportunity gap, and she chose to create the things that she needed. Not only for
this is
herself,
bringing me
but
to
for her
tears
community.
almost. Oh,
I like
jeez.
to tell people that I've been playing the game since the womb because my mom played The Sims when she was pregnant with me. It's been of my life, in my
Seriously
life, forever.
awesome.
Finally working at The Sims and being a simmer, it's like mind-blowing. Like, I didn't know this would ever be possible. So just being able to experience this is like a dream come true, really. It is honestly so amazing to be doing this with Danny. I've had her mod since I started playing The Sims. It was one of the first mods I got for like different hairstyles. And at the time, there wasn't really many hairstyle options that resonated with me that I could relate to in the game.
Beautiful.
And being able to use her hairstyles to be able to tell my stories is such a big deal. So being able to see her in person, it's just so mind-blowing. Like, wow, you really helped me.
Braids, locks, curls, froze, baby hair, the edges.
Hair.
I think when I first dropped a hairstyle that had serious proper edges, I can remember the community going nuts because it was like, oh my God.
We needed this.
We needed this.
How awesome is that? You know, if you see where a game is lacking, hi Felix. If you see where a game is lacking and you have the ability to create the things that a game is lacking, go out there, my friends. Go and create it. I really wish I could. Unfortunately, my talents do not lie in 3D art, 3D modeling, and computer programming. I have tried. I really have. But it is not my talent. But for those of you who can, for those of you who if you don't know, if you've never tried, try and learn to do 3D modeling. Try and learn to do script, programming, and make these things that you think that you see that are lacking in The Sims 4. Put them out there for people. Help make the game even more inclusive. And who knows, maybe one day you could be on a video like this and helping, actually collaborating with The Sims or working in the video game industry to help make the industry as a whole a more inclusive and diverse place. Be so awesome, wouldn't it?
That feeling seen is those nuances. The thing that I am most excited about the Play in Color campaign is now we're seeing just how important representation, diversity, inclusion is in games, and companies are starting to recognize that. And
we've always known. Players have always said, this game, as in any game, this game that I am currently playing does not represent me. Please, I want more representation. I want to see myself in this game that I am playing. And as players, as gamers, we have gotten, especially people of color, any race that's not, any skin color that's not white, LGBT people, we have gotten so much pushback from gaming developers, mostly, the higher up execs, that no, actually, they're like, no, we'll tell you what players want. Players don't want diversity. It doesn't sell. Sorry to burst your bubble, executives, but yes, diversity does sell. We want it, we need it, we crave it, we demand it. And it's really nice to see that Maxis, with The Sims 4, is giving us this diversity and this inclusion that we crave, want, and demand. Love it.
One thing that I like about Dark and Lovely is that there being a driving force within that. Getting involved, actually showing why it's important and why these beautiful, rich colours and curls and all these things are so important, not just IRL, but within games. And actually seeing the Dark and Lovely colours in person, it inspired me in so many ways. Oh, good, babes. Your hair looks sensational.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I feel beautiful.
It's always nice to get inspiration kind of online, but actually being able to go down there, see how the colours interact with the curl patterns, see how it looks from start to finish, all of those things has been quite essential to what my next stage of this is, which is going back home and creating mods so that we can see these popping pinks and these virtual violets and these reality reds in The Sims. I can't wait.
Seriously
As a part
awesome.
of Play in Color, Dark and Lovely is working with The Sims and Ebonix to create new hair colors and styles for your in-game avatar.
Nice.
Together, we're creating more ways for you to express yourself in-game and show your style. Here's to more voices, more stories, and a gaming universe as inclusive as our real ones. Learn more at darkandlovely.com/playincolor.
Oh my god, how awesome is that? I am so excited for these drops. I cannot wait to see them in my game so that I can use them to create some Sims. And we will be doing that when the drops have been dropped, both in April and in July. We're going to go through, I'm going to use some of my Sims that I've got playing for my aspiration challenge, that's my offline challenge that I play in my spare time. I'm going to take those Sims, or some of those Sims, and we're going to give them hairstyle do-over looking, oh my gosh. Seriously, this is a step in the right direction. Thank you so much, Maxis. And I'm talking to the developers here, not the EA executives, okay? Thank you so much, Maxis developers. Every one of you working on The Sims 4. This type of inclusion is what I like to see. Would love to see more next level, more collaborations, brands with content creators, mod creators. Seriously, you love to see it. I want to see more of this and next level stuff. I mean, this is good. This is great. But I want to see more next level stuff, more in-game mechanics that take this diversity and crank it up to 11. That is my challenge to the Sims team And to those of you who create mods and custom content for The Sims 4, can we please crank this up to 11? Please, I beg you. To quote an awesome Star Trek captain, let it be so. And with that, I will wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.